When I saw it, it was actually a really rather emotional feeling, but internally, I had this warmth for it. I suddenly become very fond of it and just looking at it, because at the time we didn't get much chance. You know, it was the Formula One Grand Prix, Silverstone, and of course I was driving for another manufacturer that year, and then they pulled out of racing, so Bruce McLaren must have thought, hello, Derek Bell's lying around, why don't we use him? And he tested the car, I believe, at Goodwood on the Wednesday, and then phoned me up that night and said, how about driving for us at the weekend? And of course I was thrilled to do that. Unfortunately, technology wasn't what it is today, and I'm sure today they could really make it work very well. The fact was, you know, coming to a corner with, let's say, you know, 65-35 braking, 65% on the front, and then you're downshifting, so you've got transmissions that are working at a different ratio, and the car's dancing around, made it really dance around, and it came into the corner, and we were lucky to even arrive going straight, to be honest. It never really worked. You know, to get in this gorgeous orange car along with Bruce and Denny with their orange cars that had done incredibly well and won world championships for them, was pretty special. So, you know, I was expecting great things because of what it was. You know, you drove it because you thought, well, if I could get to the end of the race, we'd be proving something. But sadly, it only lasted 6 laps or so before we had a problem with the suspension. Silverstone, of course, didn't have all these corners it has now. It had 6 or 7 corners very fast. I think it was like 145-mile-an-hour lap. So everybody was thinking of running without any wings at all, so no drag, but obviously just maximum top speed. And we all thought that with doing that without wings, the all-wheel drive would be an asset. In fact, it wasn't, and I came in and said, could I have something on the back, please? Can I have the wing off, you know, one of the wings over there, Bruce? And Bruce said, no, Denny and I want those because our cars aren't stable either. So I had the shovel on the back. I mean, you think it took me around that track for 2 days practice, qualifying, and then the race, and then you see it all these years later. It's fantastic. To see all the effort that's gone into it, I think it's wonderful to see it actually going out to turn a wheel.
Well, this is an historic moment, certainly for me and probably for the guys that worked on this car all those years ago. Amazing when you think about it. 48 years later, I'm still sitting in bloody racing cars. And last time I drove was number 6, lap 6 in the British Grand Prix, Silverstone in '69. And here I am driving around having a look at this amazing track at the historic Silverstone circuit in a car, the 4-wheel drive McLaren M9A. Seems to be running really rather well, I have to say. Shouldn't say that, should I? Years ago since we came down this straight. I was only in 4th gear now, but just giving it a try here. I mean, it's a long time since I drove a Cosworth engine car really in a Formula One chassis. The chicane, horrible bloody chicanes they put in everywhere to spoil your fun, but the car is still feeling quite good. Feeling quite good. I'm not pushing it at all, as you can imagine, but just enjoying the ride.
To drive out in that car and suddenly realise, well, where it had been for 48 years, where we've been for 48 years, and you realise, you know, how much water's under the bridge, and also think about the people that aren't here anymore, that sort of thing. Amazing how it goes through your head. And there you are driving this beautiful car that was sort of a piece of art at the time, a technological sort of advancement which never really worked. To be honest, I wasn't going super fast because, you know, the engine is old and tired, and it was still sweet and crisp and wanted to go. And the car was really quite good. When I was starting, like on my second lap, I started to accelerate a bit more through the slower corners, and I could actually feel the front wheels chivvying to try and pull away from me, like they would have done in period. It was a great achievement. We did 6 in the British Grand Prix, and we managed 7 this afternoon. So I feel pretty pleased about that, and that's special. Something we aim for. I'm very pleased we did that. Because a lot of drivers, 48 years after they drove it, are not the least bit interested in driving a racing car, and probably I shouldn't be so stupid and naive to think that I can do it as well. But I do a lot of driving still all over the world, so why not? If you can, you're going to have a go at it. I'm not ready to sit in an armchair and put my feet up.